welcome back. This is Small Banjo Reviews. It's still June 21st, and okay, so why I didn't show these books off? Well, it's because I have multiple versions of it, and I want to compare them. These ones I'm going to show you are just the older version and newer version. Well, Fox and Socks, a tongue twister for super children. Yes, they're both that. This one's older than this one. So this is how Fox and Socks was originally released. But eventually they changed it, and they changed it to this. And you're going to say, oh, that's the same cover. It's not. This book you read aloud to find out just how smart your tongue is. The first time you read it, don't go fast. The fox is a tricky fox. He'll try to get your tongue in trouble. Yes, all the newer ones have this longer saying. The older ones have a lot shorter saying. A tongue twister for super children. Other than that, that's the only difference that I know of. I don't think there's any different wordings in the stories or any of that. Just the fun, which I wanted to point out. Okay, and then next one. If I Win the Circus. Yeah, it's a little damaged there. Got a book fair. And the modern one. That's the original, that's the modern. Similar. This one's a little, the newer ones are a little brighter than the older ones. And not as thick. See that? And then the originals are thicker. But the older one has this on the back, the newer one does not. No different words or anything inside. Just the covers. Okay. And then 10 Apples Up on Top by Theodore Singh. Illustrated by Ray McKean. This one, this is the original, or at least the original look. And the modern ones, yeah, it's different color, but that's not, it's by Dr. Seuss, writing as Theodore Singh. Yes, every Theodore Singh book, with the exception of the two that you buy, do it myself books, like, the writing one. I should remember, but anyway, all his actual story ones were republished under that. I just kept one for comparison. I'm not going to get every, who's writing this Theodore Singh. The illustrations are completely the same. Okay. Okay, next one. And Think I Saw on Marlborough Street. This is the oldest version I have, and no, it's not the first. The original, if you see, he has blue pants. The original, he has white pants. Which would be nice to have, but I don't. And this book says, can I find it? Numbered. Okay, I know it's in here. Hold on. Oh yeah. It says a Chinese boy in text here. And then this next one, yeah, same cover, just bigger, but, and it's a new edition. But there is a difference. Let's see if I can find it. Now, it said a Chinese man with sticks. This one said a Chinese boy with sticks. Okay. That says, clearly says boy, and this says man. Thought it was interesting. Okay, now those all my books that from the older to the newer without really any different illustrations other than the covers, except for that Mulberry Street, which has one slightly different look. Now I'm going to show you books that these books were all written, well, explain it, were written by Seuss and illustrated, but when they were re-released, they got a different illustrator. So, for me, different illustrator, different book, you know. But if it's a same illustrator, you know, like that 10 apples up on top, you know, it's the same illustrator, nothing's different. The only reason I have the two is because I bought the one at Dr. Seuss Way of Theo Sing, and then I said, no, I want the real Theo Sing one. And I found that at a book fair, and I just haven't got rid of the other one. Anyway, these ones all have different illustrators. Okay. So, this is the iBook. And yes, it says Dr. Seuss by Theo Sing, but it says it's illustrated by Joe Mathia. While the original, this is the redone issue, the original one is illustrated by someone else. And at the moment, this is the only one I own. But, yes. Okay. This one I can show you. This one I have both of them. Okay. The toothbrush. Yeah, alright. Okay. See the same. Roy McKean illustrated this. But when it was re-released, you can see the artwork is different because now it's Joe Mammoth. See, different illustrators. Which kind of, for me, makes it a different book. You know? I like that. Okay. Next up is Maybe You Should Fly a Jet, Maybe You Should Be a Vet. Illustrated by Michael J. Simpson. Oh, not Simpson. Simpson. And then the redone one, which is bigger, illustrated by Kelly Kennedy. You know, when they re-release the book and have it illustrated by different Illustrator, it will be, for me, if I just got this one, it's like, oh, I have it. It will be an insult to the hard work Michael did. So that's why I'm getting both versions. Because I think it will be an insult to the other one. And yes, I don't have the original iBook yet, but I am looking. For my Seuss books, I'm actually only getting them at bookstores and book fairs. So it takes a little longer to track them down. Okay, next one. Hyper Umpin Dink, Not Him, shared by Chandler and Martin. This is the original 76 version. I'm still looking to get the 2006 version, of course illustrated by someone else. And then this book I just picked up at a book fair this week. Come over to my house. The thing, illustrated by Richard Edlows. Compared it to the new one, Come Over to My House. It was written by Katie Caff. See, it's different. Different illustrators kind of give me a different feel. You know, but some of those books I showed you before, If I Ran the Circus, you know, and those are the same illustrator. It doesn't give you the same feel. You know, even though the colors could be different, you know, the insides are the same. But when they're different illustrators, the inside, the walls might be the same, but the illustrations are not. Okay, and the last one. This one is the most unique. That's why I kept this one for last. Daisy Head Mason by Dr. Seuss. So, this book was originally published in 1995. I don't have the 95 version. The 95 version took inspiration from Seuss. Seuss wrote the story, but they changed the story. They hired a different illustrator and published it in 95. Many years later, in 2016, they decided to re-release the book, but this one with Seuss's actual words and actual illustrations. So this is a unique one, that the original was not entirely written by Seuss, nor was it illustrated, but the re-release was. I find it very unique. Tell me if you think you find this unique. The original, which I don't have, was written and illustrated by someone that wasn't Dr. Seuss, but it had this on the cover to make people think Seuss actually did it. But in 2016, they actually re-released it with his illustrations and his actual wording. Tell me if you think that is real. Anyway, this is Small Banjo signing out. Bye.